Hello again. Um, I have got our Hebrew calendar book, and I'll go ahead and let you know up front there will be no dancing in this video. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Um, but we are on, let's see, today's the 21st of Tammuz. So let's see what we've got. We could misinterpret the past relationships that were designed by God for just one season, or if those past alignments met our basic needs, then we might want to hold on to them for fear of the unknown. Responding this way means we may miss the new divine alignments God has designated for favor this season. When we build idols, we build them out of lack. No one builds an idol when they feel they are abundant and without need. The danger this month is that we could choose to allow false idols to go before us. If you know who you are and whose you are less likely to put your life efforts into things that are not purposeful and kingdom focused. The Israelites revealed this. Only in their lack did they build a golden calf. Only in their insecurity of who they were as a nation and where God was in all this identity confusion did they make an idol and actually think it would be the one that had the power to go before them. They elevated a false image to go before them as their very own face or identity. In Exodus 20, verse 3, the word reads, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." This commandment means that God is to be the only one we worship. In the period of divine alignments, we must have God go before us in all the relationships we make this month. We must trust in Him to connect us to the right people for His kingdom advancement and for His building purposes as we approach the new year. We must not hang on to codependent relationships or addictive relationships or even good relationships that take up too much time and distract us from the bigger picture of kingdom advancement. Let us remember this month the same weakness that befell the Israelites could be our weakness. Oh, that was not a period. I don't know why I stopped. Let us remember this month the same weakness that befell the Israelites could be our weakness if we are not ready to move with God by submitting to Him to be our face, which is His very own favor and countenance that will go before us. We can see amazing things happen if we ask God, in prayer, to take His rightful place in our hearts and go before us so that we can follow Him strongly into the Hebrew New Year at Rosh Hashanah. Didn't we just have Rosh Hashanah? Did I misunderstand the months? Where's the calendar thing they did? Well, now I can't find it. There it is. Well, let's do a quick Google. Because the way I'm reading this chart, I'm going the wrong way. Civil is our calendar. We're in October, which would be month 10, which would be that Tammuz. But I'm wondering, nothing else really makes sense there. We'll do a quick Google and see. Oh, my baby's texting me. You're talking about the cards. Let's see here. I'm just going to Google Tammuz. Tammuz. Maybe it'll tell me how to pronounce it too. There we go. Well, come on, Wikipedia, load. Tammuz is the 10th month of the civil year and the 4th month of the ecclesiastical year on the Hebrew calendar. In the modern Assyrian calendar, oh, that's interesting. It is a month of 29 days, which occurs on the Gregorian calendar around June to July. Whoops. Oh, okay. Let's just look at the Hebrew calendar and let's. Okay. Well, then I need to figure out what month we're actually in. Because it sounds like. If that's June or July, are we in. Are we on the civil month 12? Um, I'm not going to make you watch me Google. I'm going to figure this out. We might be on a different month tomorrow. um, that's interesting. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I went to Target. There are a handful of options on the cards you can buy and whatever. There is one called Let's Get Deep. They have 2 editions, actually 3. I'm not really interested in the third one. The first one is Friends Edition. The second one is Couples Edition. And the third one that I'm not interested in is Couples Edition After Dark. So Couples Edition is like getting to know you on that intimate couples level. After Dark is asking questions like, would you want to have an open relationship? Why or why not? Who would you want your hall pass to be? And it's like, I don't think there's anything there that we're gonna discover about each other. So I debated about the Friends Edition and the Couples Edition, and here's what I decided. Every good relationship, I feel like, should be based on a friendship and then have the relationship, the couple's relationship built on top of that. And I do feel like that's what we have. So I got the Friends Edition, and I figure once we go through all those, then we still got the Couples Edition we can go through. I think that'll be cool. So for the Friends Edition, they have 3 sets of cards. The first one is the Icebreaker, which is supposed to be like the easy stuff. Then you got Deep, and then the third one is Deeper. So I think these first cards we go through are going to be like very, very short, like, make a guess half of these about each other. But it'll help us get in the groove and, get our minds in the habit and practice of answering these types of questions. So we'll probably do, I don't know, we can do at least one a day or whatever. So this first one, would you rather go to the beach or hang by the pool? It depends on if I can set the parameters of the activity. If I could guarantee there'd be no sharks, I'd go to the beach and I'd be out in the water that was up to here on me in the Gulf with those Gulf waves where they're hitting you hard. To me, that's the most fun thing, to sit out there where you're really getting those waves and they knock you back. Sometimes they flip you over. Like, that's what I want. If you're like in Sarasota or Myrtle Beach, they don't have good waves. So you're just sitting out there. I mean, you're basically in a really large swimming pool, just sitting there. It's not that fun. But since now I'm afraid to get out in the water because I don't think I'm going to come back with all my little fingers and toes, I would say hang by the pool. Because you can, jump, play splash, and have the kiddos and do all the fun stuff. So, yeah, that should be a pretty easy one to answer if you want to hit that. Would you rather go to the beach, not the peach, go to the beach, or hang by the pool? So I think what I'm going to do is turn it backwards, so when I get to the end of the stack, I'll know we're there. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. I will see if I can figure out what Hebrew month we're in, and then get us on the right month. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Hi again. So I've done some Googling and I've learned some things. So first of all, the Hebrew months are not based on, or the Hebrew calendar is not based on going around the sun in a year. It is based on moon cycles. So like the full moon. I think it's the full moon. I actually didn't look that part up. I didn't even think that until I was trying to explain it to you. It's either the full moon or the new moon. New moon, I guess, would make sense, actually. Is the start of the month, which I guess is why days and festivals and everything start at night, because that's okay. Things are clicking and making sense. So the days aren't going to line up with the calendar we use, the Gregorian calendar. But anyway, now we know, and we're in the month of Tishri. Today is Tishri 19th. So I figured, especially since this isn't a very long one, well, I guess it's still most of a page. I figured we'd read the one that's for today, actually, and then move on from there. So, for today, Jesus Christ makes your joy complete. When you confess him as Lord and Savior, you know that the one who sprinkled his blood on the mercy seat provides for you. It is then when your joy is complete. I want you to know this and to be encouraged during this season. The Lord is properly positioning you to step into this season full of joy. It truly is an exciting time. The Jewish people make a Sukkot as a way of remembering their history during the Feast of Tabernacles. It is a structure that has at least 3 walls and is framed with wood and canvas. The roof is made of cut branches and leaves for a roof they could see through to the sky. This Sukkot, or booth, helps them remember their ancestors' 40 years in the wilderness of Sinai and how isolated they were from the rest of the world. It also reminds them how the presence of God dwelt in their midst, how he covered them daily with his cloud, and how at night he warmed them with his fiery presence. Wow, amazing! God is so good. Their clothes didn't even wear out, and no matter what they faced or if they felt vulnerable, they were covered. Even in times when you feel vulnerable or weak, know that the Lord will come and bless you with his overwhelming presence. He tabernacles among you. Jesus is the Word, and in John 1:14 we read, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth." Okay, that was the one for today. So I'll just have to keep up with what the current Hebrew day is. Turns out you can just Google what's today on the Hebrew calendar, or what day is it on the Hebrew calendar, something like that, and it'll just tell you month and day. So that'll make things a little bit easier. Anyway, I will let you go, and I will talk to you later. Bye.